Hello Internet and welcome back to my blog room, and today I'm going to one simple question, and that question is snobbery coming into video games now? Now what I mean by snobbery is it's regards to the biggest release probably, or the biggest exclusive release that was in the last week, Beyond Two Souls. Now of course this was the latest game from David Cage and Quantic Dream, and that stars Ellen Page in the lead role along with Willem Dafoe. But reviews were very mixed, with scores as low as 4 and 5 and scores as high as 9, 9s and 10s. Now, I knew this was going to happen, it was going to polarise people, because Heavy Rain did that. Heavy Rain, I described it as Quantic Dream's flawed masterpiece, because it had so much going for it, some of the stuff that was so unique to gaming. It did have some rather dodgy acting, dodgy accents, and some big plot holes. Beyond Two Souls, my personal opinion of it is that it does have some plot holes. I haven't had a second playthrough yet, so I'm kind of holding out for how I ultimately feel about the game. But I've played enough to know that I think it's pretty much on par with Heavy Rain, if not better. Right. But the reason why I come back to this snobbery in gaming is that people are very quick to dismiss games that are very QTE heavy or have very minimal gameplay in it. And Beyond Two Souls for me has more in it than Heavy Rain ever did, right? Because the fact you get to play as a ghost and you get to possess people and manipulate the environment, that adds more to the overall gameplay experience than you would have otherwise have had in Heavy Rain. But what's really annoyed me is websites like IGN, etc., who've been critical of Beyond Two Souls, you know, for saying that the gameplay is not really moved on, etc. But yet they're very quick to praise games like The Walking Dead or Gone Home. More games that, you know, are very plot driven or very minimal in its gameplay. I mean, you look at The Walking Dead, all you do is move your character around, pick some of it up, right, make a few choices. Right. Beyond Two Souls has that, but then you get to play as a ghost. So from a gameplay point of view, if you want to be picky, pardon me, it has more than The Walking Dead already. But yes, people are very quick to dismiss these type of games because a lot of people have a perception of what a game is, right? Now, we have so many genres in gaming now. There's almost like subgenres within subgenres, you know, it's ridiculous, but it's wonderful because we get such a especially because of indie gaming now, we get such a diverse, you know, level of experiences and titles that come out, you know, every month that, you know, that regardless of what you prefer in gaming, right, there is good games out there for that genre now. But what I can understand is people who are very quick to comment say Beyond Two Souls is not a game, Gone Home's not a game. And one of the critics I had that I'm very disappointed by is TB. Now, for those that don't know, TB stands for Total Biscuit. He's YouTube personality and gaming critic, and a fellow Brit, albeit one that works in America. But he was very critical of games like the recent sequel to Amnesia, Machine for Pigs, right? And he dismisses games by the developer, the Chinese room, who developed a Machine for Pigs, because it's just all plot and nothing else. Going for it, no gameplay whatsoever, right? That was sort of like his criticism. And I thought, you know, thinking, okay, right, fine, you may not be a fan of the game, but don't dismiss it that it's not a game, right, just because you feel that it doesn't have enough for you, right? I mean, come on, you know, right, it's released as a game, therefore it's a game, right? And I know some people hate on David Cage, saying that, oh, he should be making films and that, right? Believe me, if David Cage wanted to make films, he'd make fucking films, right? But he doesn't, because this is a man who, I know sometimes he doesn't help himself, because he can be a bit pretentious, but I mean, he did say one time that game over screens are a lazy piece of game design now, saying that there should be no reason why we can't have, there should be no reason why we should have game over screens in games now. But right, but this isn't. But you know, I feel his, you know, where he's getting at. Right, he feels that video games could be more than just, um, you know, being about your kill death ratio. You know, and you know, and even then in Beyond Two Souls, there's a whole shootout section in a war-torn Somalia, I think it is. Right, so you almost feel like he's had to, you know, rein in a bit to do that, but that's fine. If that's what he wants to do, fine, right? But don't hate on games like Beyond, Gone Home, or Amnesia War for Pigs, etc., because it's not the game that you kind of wanted it to be, or it doesn't have enough gameplay for you to justify it to you being a game. Right, I know this is getting bloody annoying now, but bugger off phone. But you know, because at the end of the day, right, if we keep having that attitude, we're going to just the whole genre of games is just going to contract into military first-person shooters the way we carry on, right? You got to look at it in this way, like the movie business, right? Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, Battlefield, FIFA, Madden, etc. Right, they're your big summer tempo blockbuster towers. They're going to do millions and millions and millions and millions, right? Then you got games like Beyond Two Souls that are like the art house indie games, right? Although Beyond Two Souls is not an indie game, but it's that type of way of looking at it, where it's not going to bring in the millions and millions, right? But right, it can either polarize critics or it's thought of very highly among critics, and it will build up, you know, a cult fan base, right? And that's and for me that's great, because in gaming now we have such a wide variety of experiences out there that, you know, we should be embracing that. Okay, if you didn't like Beyond Two Souls or a Machine for Pigs, etc., right? Fine, that's perfectly fine. You know, I mean, you know, I'm in the minority of this, but I don't like Skyrim. I really don't. I mean, I have a PlayStation 3, and of course, that was a total mess on that for a long time. But for a game like that, I want plot, and for me, Skyrim doesn't have a plot. Really, it just lets you go on about it. For a lot of people, that is perfectly fine. That is absolutely fine. But I don't go hating on Skyrim to say, oh, you know, it has no plot, right? Games like Dragon Age deserve better, you know, sales than Skyrim and that. But I don't, because at the end of the day, I know and appreciate that Skyrim works for so many people, right? And I just imagine there'd be many who are not fans of Grand Theft Auto 5, right? But I'm sure would appreciate that Grand Theft Auto 5 works for people on so many levels, right? And I just feel like, you know, I mean, I may be preaching to the choir here, but I just feel like we should be embracing games like Beyond Two Souls, that even if they're in your opinion not particularly great games, we should commend them for being different, for being, you know, taking gaming to a different direction or another side to gaming that is not explored often enough. So that's my daily rant of the day done. But yeah, like I say, you know, do you think there's snobbery in gaming, that people very quick to dismiss games based on the level of gameplay they has, you know? And if you have any suggestions about what you want me to talk about, then please leave a comment. And I'll put, you know, I really appreciate if you subscribe to me as well. So yeah, this is Adam, and I'll be seeing you again very soon.